Ow! At this point, I think everybody has seen Leave the World Behind, and I think we can all safely agree that it is riddled with signs, symbols, and most of all, hidden cryptic messages. And yesterday, while I was making my video about Leave the World Behind and the symbolism of the Antichrist, I noticed something. The obey sign on the boy's shirt was missing in one of the scenes that I shared. Ow! Ouch. Anyways, after noticing that, I knew I had to watch this movie all over again. And boy, am I glad I did. Ooh, when I tell you, ooh, hang on to your britches, chicks and boys and girls, because I'm trying not to cuss anymore. I have 5 pages of notes of cryptic hidden messages that I am now going to share with you. Clearly, this is going to have to be a multi-part video. But boy, if you've ever watched any of Auntie's videos, make sure you make it these. Oh, what perfect timing. Because this show outlines the sinister plans of, well, the higher-ups. With that being said, it is also vital that you understand the role that Obama played in this movie. Well, he didn't play in the movie, but as you can clearly see in the credits, he and Michelle Obama are producers, and the director himself had this to say after Obama gave him advice as to how to make this movie more realistic. Yeah, that is not a typo. The director literally said it scared the F out of me, the advice that Obama had given to him. Oh, y'all, when I tell you the devil does not want me making this video, I have never had more troubles trying to make a video before in my life. Anyways, the director used Obama's advice to try to make this more lifelike and more realistic. And like, really? See what I'm talking about? It's been like this since I started. Well, now you understand. Obama and his wife had a lot to do with this video, this movie. Oh, when I say, mad face, the devil knows I'm onto something. Nothing is going to stop me from making this video. If you haven't seen my video about the Antichrist showing up in the movie yesterday, go ahead and go check it out. Well, if anything, so far this video is at least entertaining. Oh, and on that note, Tiki Talk, this is all purely for entertainment purposes only. All things stated here are, well, just speculation. We're just goofing around. New boot goofing. Now, normally I would go through things in order from start to finish. It makes my OCD so happy. But with this movie, it is virtually impossible to do it that way. So let's just plunge in head first and see where it takes us, yo. Leave the World Behind is a doomsday movie, as we follow 2 families' journey through apocalyptic events. If you've watched the movie already, I highly suggest watching it twice. And the second time, watch with eyes that see and ears that hear. If you know, then you know. Right off the bat, we are hit with satanic symbolism. Because if you pay close attention, you will notice 666 surrounding Ethan Hawke in the very first scene of the film. With the 6 on his coffee mug, the clock pointing to 6, and the digital clock saying 6. Here's a better view, and the digital clock. Now, before we go further, it is vital that you do keep in mind one thing. The fact that Barack Obama advised on this film, while many believe he in fact may be the Antichrist. Keep that in the back of your noggin as we proceed. One might even speculate he had a lot to do with that old 666 being tossed into the very first scene of the film. I also found it very odd that there's a bald eagle on Julia Roberts' shelf right behind her. As bald eagles do symbolize, yes, you know it, America. You can see the bald eagle on the shelf down below. I also thought some of the book titles were strange. I need to get a better view, but at the top, there's 2 books, one that says The Bridge, and the next one says America. Speaking of cryptic hidden messages, there are 2 books in the corner, Witches, A Remarkable Woman. Now, the very real fact that throughout this movie, they know that they are facing the apocalypse, I find it extremely strange that Julia Roberts, actually none of the main characters, none of the adults mention God, pray to God, or Jesus not once, when there is a very real threat of imminent death. We will be circling back to that because that has a lot to do with everything. And could this hidden little Easter egg be a reflection as to who Julia Roberts' character really is? Maybe not a Christian, but in fact, a witch? While we're on the subject of the books in a room, I found another one that correlates with something else I found in this film. This book here in the window, 1971. What's 1971, Auntie? I'm about to tell you. There is a very weird map above the bed in the basement. It is of America, and it is red and green. And black and white. Oh, what else is red and black and green and white? Oh, that's right, the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. The map, or picture, if you will, is actually of America. But is it? Well, it is, but it's got some cryptic messages on it as well that have a lot to do also with 1971. Specifically, the Riot of Attica. Here's a picture of that map. At the top of the map, it says the United States of Attica, founded by the American people on September 13th, 1971. That is the day of the Attica riot. At Attica Prison, where 42 men gave their lives in a harrowing struggle for freedom. It was a whole ass riot where 33 prisoners and 10 guards lost their lives. There's something else incredibly disturbing at the bottom of this map. It was not difficult to see that there was a lot of race-fueled comments and themes in this movie. I think my husband said Obama's getting backlash today for something that was said in the movie as well. But check out what's on the bottom of this map. This map of American violence is incomplete. And yes, if you look close enough, you can see this clearly. It says, please white in whatever you find lacking. Okay, so the book correlates with the 1971 riots in Attica referenced in this map. I hope when I tell you the behind the scenes of making this video has been maddening. I digress, let's carry on. Now when you watch this movie, pay close attention to the artwork. The second they walk into their new home that they're staying in over the weekend, we immediately see Freemason and Illuminati symbolism in the painting on the wall with the all-seeing eye. As things get worse and worse and the movie progresses, the art behind the bed and the art in the living room change. The picture behind the bed in the beginning is the ocean, kind of calm, as seen here in the beginning. But as the movie progresses, the waves begin to get a little bit bigger and bigger. The first art in the living room looks like this, and I immediately mentioned to my husband, gosh, that kind of looks symbolic of maybe the Ku Klux Klan. The second I saw it, I didn't like it. It gave me this yuck vibe. Then it changed to this, and by the end of the movie, it was this. Now you know Obama's got his fingers in this thing. There was just something about this key, something that caught my eye. This one here. Now I've checked that number on Gematria, nothing. Baldwin 03. Interesting, when I Googled it, the Baldwin 03, up here, Baldwin, Massachusetts 03, it is an article about patient advocacy and the Affordable Care Act. You know, the same Affordable Care Act from Obama himself. Oh, sneaky, sneaky. I think in this video, I'm just going to point out Easter eggs that I found. In the next video, that's going to be where the dirt is. And I may do an entirely separate video explaining Rose herself and everything that I discovered about that. But we've all seen the irony of the Obey shirt next to the NASA. That's suspicious. Because NASA is hands down by far 100% the biggest hoax in mankind's history. But the meaning of Obey, the actual